Today, we are diving into an absolutely brilliant story of user ingenuity. It's all about how a simple, kind of overlooked AI feature got hacked by its own users to solve one of the biggest, most frustrating problems in artificial intelligence today. You know, it's funny, sometimes the most powerful tools aren't the flashy ones with all the bells and whistles. Nope. They're the ones just kind of hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone creative to come along and unlock what they can really do. And that is exactly what happened with Google's Gemini gems. It all kind of started with these little whispers online, Posts like this one started bubbling up in forums. A really bold claim from a Reddit user named Rick Thickums, hinting that there was way more to this feature than anyone was talking about. Kind of makes you lean in a little, right? So what did these users figure out that everyone else missed? How on earth did they take a pretty standard feature and turn it into something that completely changes how we interact with AI? Okay, so let's get into it. But first, to really understand the hack, we gotta understand what gems are supposed to be, according to Google's official playbook. You have to know the tool before you can really appreciate how it was transformed. Officially, gems are pretty simple. They let you create your own personalized version of the Gemini chatbot. Think of it like you're building a specialized assistant for a specific job. You give them a name, you give them a job description, and you hand them a stack of documents to read up on. So yeah, you can name it, you can tell it how to act, maybe you want a witty brainstorming partner or a super formal code reviewer, all that is cool. But the really, really crucial part here, the thing you have to pay attention to, is that third bullet point. You can add up to 10 files for it to reference. And that simple little feature, well, that's the key that unlocks this whole thing. Now, here is where the genius really comes into play. Users looked at that simple file upload feature and had this light bulb moment. They used it to solve what is maybe the single most annoying problem with AI today. It's absolutely terrible memory. We've all been there, right? You have an amazing, in-depth conversation with an AI. You start a new chat the next day, and it has no clue who you are. It's like Groundhog Day every single time. But with this memory card hack, users created a way for the AI to have a persistent, growing context. The AI doesn't just respond anymore. It remembers. It actually evolves with you. And the process itself is just brilliantly simple. So first, you just create a normal document, a text file, a Google Doc, whatever, and you fill it with everything you want your AI to remember. You upload that document, your new memory card, to your gem. Then, and here's the magic trick, at the end of each conversation, you just ask it, hey, can you update our memory document with the new details from our chat? Now, Gemini can't edit the file directly, but it can generate the complete updated text. You just copy that, paste it into your document, and re-upload it. It's basically a manual save button for your AI's brain. So clever. And we're not just talking about a few fun facts here. That same user, Rick Thickums, reported that his memory card grew to over 20 pages long. And thanks to Gemini's massive context window, the AI could read that entire history with every single question, making it an incredibly powerful and personal assistant. A total game changer. But of course, the community didn't just stop with the single text file. They took this amazing idea and just ran with it, evolving it into something way more structured and powerful. They weren't just building a memory card anymore. They were building a true artificial brain. So the memory card idea got a major upgrade. Instead of one long, messy document, users started using JSON. Now, don't worry about the technical term, just think of it like a digital filing cabinet. It allowed them to neatly separate different parts of the AI's identity. Its personality in one drawer, its memories in another, its core rules in a third. It made the whole system so much more organized and powerful. So check this out. This is a breakdown of a system pioneered by a user named Xerxes. They created 3 core files. You have the core file, which defines the AI's permanent personality traits. Then there's the memory file, which is like a scrapbook of your entire relationship history. And finally, the controller file. That's the real brain. It looks at your question, checks the memory scrapbook, and then decides which personality traits from the core file to use in its response. And this quote from the creator just nails it. It's an integrated system. The memory of your past conversations literally informs how the AI decides to act in the present. So it's not just a static memory anymore, it's a dynamic, responsive personality, a digital companion that's truly evolving. Okay, so this is all incredibly clever, but what does it actually mean in practice? What are people building with an AI that has a perfect, user-controlled memory? Well, the results are just amazing. People are doing some wild stuff. They're uploading entire Dungeons& and Dragons campaign books to create the perfect dungeon master that never forgets a rule or character detail. Coders are feeding it entire project files so the AI maintains context across days of work. One person even uploaded photos of himself to create a gym that can generate images of him doing anything. And writers are building these epic stories where characters and worlds actually remember events and change over time. So here's the crucial point. This isn't just a clever trick. This is a fundamental shift. Users are not just using the tool anymore, they are actively shaping its evolution, building capabilities the original developers might never have even imagined. And this user innovation happened right in lockstep with the platform's own development. In November 2024, Google opened the door by allowing file uploads. By September of the next year, they enabled gem sharing, which let these awesome user creations spread like wildfire. And just a few months after that, Google itself started releasing its own experimental gems, which kind of shows they were paying very close attention to what their community was up to. This whole story leaves us with a fascinating question. In this new age of customizable, open-ended AI, what is the role of the user? Are we just consumers, or are we actually becoming essential co-developers, finding the hidden potential in the tools we're given and building the future right alongside the tech giants? It's a powerful thought to end on.